All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially live with another episode of our Staffmark podcast. Here, if you guys are new here, we do a monthly podcast every final Friday of the month at 11 a.m. And I like to just bring on a special guest that highlights either something cool that we are doing in the industry or a community partner that we work with, or even sometimes a client spotlight. So if you guys have ideas or want to see somebody in particular, just let me know. But we do have a very special guest today, and I'll give it just a second to see if a couple more people hop on. I can see the ticker going up, so people are watching, so that's good. But we do have a special guest today, and I lovingly, and a lot of Staffmark people lovingly refer to him as AV, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, Anthony Valentin. He is here with us today, and he is the VP of the Drivers Division. It's a fairly new role for him, but he will go into a little bit of his journey with Staffmark and where he's been. He's been in a few different roles here with us. But before we jump into that, I just wanted to say hi to everybody and introduce myself. I am newly promoted into the role of market manager for Florida, for the Florida branch. So if you know of anybody hiring in the Florida area, we staff for the entire state. Please let me know. If you know of anybody looking to switch careers or make a career move, please let me know. Let's get started. AV, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for jumping on with me today. I'm so excited to have you.
Yeah, no, this is great. I appreciate. First of all, I'm honored to be on your podcast. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
Super cool thing that you're doing, and absolutely, I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much. All right. So we did intros, and now I just want to jump into the questions. AV, can you tell us a little bit just about your current role and your journey with Staffmark thus far?
It's been a long journey. Yeah, I think I'm on year. I started in 23. I'm sorry, in 03. So I'm about 22 years with the organization,
That's
and
amazing.
yeah, been seeing a lot of change, done a lot of cool things with Staffmark. Cut my teeth in staffing on the West Coast in California. And I would like, I think from Illinois, Indiana, West, I've probably had my hand in just about every state at some point in my career
I
in a
love it.
leadership role. So that's been pretty cool. Been pretty fortunate to have some success, not only within the industry, but within Staffmark. Most recently, I was asked to take the helm of our drivers division
Yes.
and kind of help to grow that a little bit and get us a little bit more market share. And so, for those of you that don't know, we've had our drivers division started in like 1999. So we've been doing this 20, 24, 25 years now,
Yes.
more
Amazing.
years, I guess. And we have a we're a formidable opponent out there for our competitors. And I think one of the things that we pride ourselves on within our drivers division, and I think we can say this about Staffmark as a whole, quite honestly. We walk the talk, right? We do what we say we're going to do,
Yes.
and especially within the transportation sector, right? Compliance and safety is just one of those things that you can't cut corners on.
Mhm.
And we absolutely don't do that. And so, we put our money where our mouth is. We do the right thing even when people aren't looking, and we offer our clients a good night's sleep because we're doing the right things, right? We're checking the right boxes. We're supplying, drivers that meet all the qualifications. We adhere to all the different transportation regulations from the DOT and all the governing bodies, and so. We offer a very robust program for our clients,
Yes.
um, and we just do it the right way. We don't cut any corners, and
Yeah.
so
I love that.
yeah, our clients can it's almost as if they're hiring their own internal right drivers.
Absolutely. And we're people that they can trust. So I think that's one thing that sets us apart at Staffmark. Well, great. I love the backstory, a little bit of your journey and where you are now. How long have you been in the driver's VP role? Tell us that.
60 days.
That's amazing. And
Maybe a little over 60 days.
you're
But
killing it.
it's been going quick. We've made some progress. Yeah. So I'm pretty proud of where we are, and
Yeah.
just looking
Me too.
forward to the rest of the journey.
Yes, me too. Me too. Well, let's jump into the next question. Tell us just a little bit more specifics about the driver's division at Staffmark Group.
Yeah.
You can even mention, our Florida branch, how we have a specific side division there too as well. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So in our drivers group, we supply both CDL and non-CDL drivers to our clients. We operate 17 branches across the country. We cover just about every state in the union. We're super saturated in certain pockets of the U.S. and we're excited about our launch in Florida and developing our footprint there and getting that off the ground and getting that going. And we've got a great group there that's going to help us to do that. You and
Yes.
Chris, and Digna's doing a fantastic job with helping us get that off the ground. And so
Yeah, she's killing it.
yeah. So, anything from, we do some last mile solutions. Again, we do CDL, over the road. We do some RTR stuff. We also provide safety managers, some logistics managers,
Nice.
dispatchers, that kind of thing. Um, yeah, I mean it's a pretty broad offering. I'll tell you that we're looking to expand some of the offerings that we do. There are some specific types of trucks that we don't supply for today, but we're looking to change that so that we can kind of broaden
Oh,
our
good.
reach and be able to service more clients along the way. Um,
Great.
but primarily, we do like a lot of yard hostlers with
Yes.
our distribution center partners, a lot of route delivery types of engagements with our customers.
Right.
Supplying raw materials and goods, even finished goods, supplying those to retail centers from distribution centers, that type of stuff.
Yeah. Tell us, for those of the viewers that are watching that may not know what a yard hostler is, because I did not know what it was. Tell us a little bit about what it is they do. I had to learn very quickly what some of these driver terminologies were. So tell us about that.
Yeah, both of us have it. Yeah, so a yard hostler or a yard jockey is another term for it. They're specialized tractors, if you will. If you think about a tractor trailer, right, or a
Right.
combination truck is kind of what they call it. Something that pulls a trailer that's over 26,000 pounds. Well, at the distribution centers, right, there's a lot of movement between getting containers or trailers, vans, right,
Right.
from the yard into a dock, a door to be
Yep.
loaded or unloaded. And so, what they'll deploy specialized tractors, if you will, or trucks that are able to quickly hook up to these trailers or vans,
Right.
containers, and move them around the yard. Right, either
Yes.
taking them from the door and
So they
park.
don't leave. They stay put, basically.
They stay put. Yeah, I mean, we do have some engagements, and that requires a little bit more specialized, right? Like a CDL.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if they have storage facilities that they have to get on public roads and go and drive to,
Right.
they can do that in a hostler. But for the most part, they stay on property and
Awesome.
they just jockey trailers around.
Yeah. So we're all learning something new here today. Now our viewers can take that back, that little bit of knowledge, and take it back. I
Yeah,
love it. Thank you.
yeah.
Let's roll into the next question. So this is more broad. If you can give us like any success story with like a client or talent, or even just a general success story that you'd like to highlight from the driver's division, that'd be awesome.
It's. I'll tell you that in our industry, we find. Look. I think if anybody is in the staffing industry, right, I think you kind of hold on to the idea that we're helping people, right, and
One hundred
by making
percent.
connections between drivers and jobs, or even warehousemen and jobs, or administrative roles, folks, administrative roles, jobs.
Yes.
We're helping them meet a goal, whatever that might be, right? For some folks, they're providing food for their families. For other folks, they're saving up, right? Maybe it's a side gig or whatever. So I really and truly feel like every placement we make is somewhat of a success story.
Agreed.
Um, Part of, not even part of, a lot of what we provide to our clients is just in time staffing, where they've got maybe internal drivers who might call off, or they have planned vacation time or
Right.
something like that. And those routes still need to be run. And so they're able to
Exactly.
call Staffmark drivers, and we're able to plug in drivers into those holes
I love
and get
that.
those needs met pretty quickly. And so it's a good feeling to be able to help a business, right, meet their objectives for the day, the week, the month, the year. And you can't do that without qualified people that's making these deliveries or jockeying these trailers around. And so for us, it's a really good feeling to be able to supply our customers, right, with talent when they need them.
Right.
Sometimes that's 24-hour notice. Other times it might be, a week or 2 week engagement where we're selecting a specific driver with specific credentials who are qualified to drive specific types of loads, right?
Right.
And so, certainly when we're able to fill more positions in a short period of time, right, there's probably a little bit more euphoria with that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that every engagement, because there is a scarcity with drivers, right? They're not the easiest to find,
Correct.
and so anytime we can fulfill and slot a driver into to an opening for any of our customers, it's a success for us.
Absolutely. And I like that you talked about how we take our time to screen and vet these drivers because I just from being around Digna, which if you guys are new here, Digna is now the senior recruiting manager in the drivers division for Florida. And we talk daily about how she has to really take her time and screen and vet these people and make sure that that our clients are getting the best of the best. So I really pride ourselves in that.
Yeah,
Um,
there's very stringent requirements that
yes,
we have to adhere to.
for
The
sure.
FMCSA is kind of the governing body that that pushes out these regulations, and on behalf of the DOT, right? And
Yes.
we follow every single one of them, and we have to check all the boxes, make sure that everybody that we put out are qualified. We're checking driving records. Um,
Yes.
we're doing random drug testing. I mean, so we're doing everything that we need to do to ensure that we're keeping, number one, that we're selecting qualified drivers, but number two, we're keeping the road safe with our drivers, right?
Yes.
It's one thing to do an upfront screen. It's another thing to continue to check and make sure that those qualifications and those certifications are up to date and they're requalified over a period of time. And so, it's easy to do it once up front. It's a little bit harder to
Yeah,
keep track of that as they move and matriculate through their assignments.
for sure. I love that. Thank you so much for giving us a little insight on
Yeah.
that. And I mean, really, we're going to wrap it up here. AV, do you have anything else that you wanted to let the viewers know about drivers, what we do at Staffmark, anything else you'd like to add at all?
No, I would offer that if you're in a position where, or somebody, kind of what you had said earlier, Haley, where somebody needs drivers, right? Both
Yes.
A, B, CDL. Let us know, reach out, and we'll get you taken care of. We've got some very talented and tenured team members in all of our branches, and be happy to help you out and put some people to work for you.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. It really does make me happy to see friendly faces from Staffmark on the podcast. So I appreciate you jumping in and doing that. But like AV said, if you guys know of anyone, word of mouth is great. Let us know if they are hiring drivers or if you yourself, like he said, is in a position to make those decisions as well. Please let us know. We work with the candidates and we work with the clients. So I'm located in Florida. Where are you at?
Yeah, so I live in St. Louis,
Okay.
Missouri, since 2020, but uh, for the better part of my career at Staffmark, I was on the West Coast in California.
Okay. Awesome.
So they can, if anybody's interested, you can go to our website. You could www.staffmark.
Yes, it's ticking on the
.com/support.
bottom of the screen as well.
I'm sorry.
It's ticking on the bottom of the screen as well, and I can put it in the comment section
Yeah,
of the video,
yeah,
so people can easily just click on it, learn a little bit more, and see
yeah.
what's happening.
Or you can Google Staffmark drivers. It'll take you right to our website and our landing page, and there's great information there. There's a form you can fill out if you have an interest, and that'll get
Great.
routed to me, and we'll give you a buzz.
Okay, and then can I put maybe a contact info in the comment section for you if anybody has direct questions? Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
awesome.
that's fine.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in for this month. We will see you again on the final Friday for next month as well at 11 a.m. The guest speaker is to be determined. So stay tuned for that. And thank you guys for tuning in. Please let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.